Hi, my name is Smera, and let me just share my screen real quick so you can present. So we're going to be presenting our learning experiences from leadership from each other. And let's get started with this. First of all, introductions just real quick. I'm Smera Arklegood. I'm in 8th grade. I'm going to high school soon. I'm part of the Pragna US team, and I'm 13 years old.
Laya.
Is Aditi here?
Hello guys, my name is Aditi Karke. I'm currently studying in my 12th grade. I am one of the member of the Exceedabus leadership community, and I'm currently 17 years old.
I'm going to start about talking about Aditi's leadership experience. So what happened was she described herself as a shy, timid, and sort of quiet person, someone who wasn't really talkative too much. And then after joining Exceedable, she seemed to slowly become like more involved in the activities, the events they started doing. And at first, when it came to taking the opportunities that were handed to her, she didn't quite take them. So she missed a few of them, a few learning opportunities. And at one point, she was requested to speak in front of an international crowd. And she was really scared at first. She was like, oh, I don't know if I can do this. But she persevered through it and she was able to deliver an awesome speech to a whole crowd. And that's something I have never done before. I have never spoken to an international crowd. And I can only imagine how scary that must have been. But she went ahead and pulled through and did it. And as she said, but as they say, when words say give up, hope whispers back and say try one more time. So what I learned from her story is that you should never miss an opportunity. You should always take it, even if you don't think it'll be useful for you. Take the opportunity because sometimes you'll think, "Oh, I should have taken that opportunity when it was there." And another thing I learned, even if you do fail, learn from your experience. She was so scared at first to start speaking in front of the crowd, but she said, "You know what? Even if it doesn't turn out perfect, I can still do this." Things happen for a reason. It may not always go how you expect. You may feel like, oh, I don't think I can do this right now. But you should always say, hey, I can do this and believe in yourself. You can go from the most shy and quiet person to more outspoken and extroverted. And now I will hand it off to Aditi to talk about my experience and what she learned.
Okay, so first I'll explain what's Smera's leadership story. Then I'll um, I'll explain what I learned from her experience. So, this National Honor Society had a huge food drive to donate food to Martin Luther King Jr. middle school students, for which very few students were selected, and Smera was one of them. Their goal was to raise more than enough food to donate to the King families that were struggling during the COVID and give them some hope. So at the start, they faced at the start the first challenge they faced was lack of donation participation. So during the process, Smera understood that the people were a bit confused. So she decided to help them out and guide them. As the time was passing, they faced challenges like people started quitting, people started small talks. So she started approaching some individuals in a professional manner, asking them if they had anything to do at that moment, but many of them replied with a no. So she started listing out the things that were supposed to be done. She started directing few people to take responsibilities. Afterwards, they noticed that many of the people started coming and bringing donations. So after that, they knew that the drive was successful. At the end, she made many friends in the whole process of. Then she also became more patient and answered all the questions without getting angry, which earlier she didn't. According to her, the two things which she took away was patience, pa- patience and compassion. So after all this, she realized that the good things take time, and if you have the patience and the mentality, you can come out with a greater product that we imagine. So the what I took away from her story is firstly, we should always help people and give them some hope whenever they need. Then the second thing which I learned was challenges will be there, and instead of getting demotivated, we should take it as an opportunity to learn. I also learned that no matter how many obstacles come your way, we just need to just keep going. And Smera and her team also faced challenges, but they didn't give up. They kept going. A leader is someone who is always ready to guide and always ready to help others whenever they are in need. So when people were confused and when they didn't know what they were supposed to do, she guided them. Sometimes it happens that things don't work out as planned, but if we keep going, everything will fall in place. So they faced obstacles. Things didn't work out as planned for them, but they didn't give up hope. So the drive was successful, and most importantly, I learned that all good things will take time to happen, but they are worth waiting for, and we just need to be patient.
It-
Thank you.
Um, Thank you all so much for listening to our stories, and we hope that our stories helped you as much as it helped us, because I know people learn from other people, even if you weren't if even if like I know I learned a lot from Aditi's experience. So I thank all of you for listening and taking the time to listen to us. I hope you all have an amazing day.
Yes, that was such a creative presentation.
Well, Samira and Aditi, you have a fan base now. Look at the chats. There are so many messages on the chat appreciating you.
Oh, thank you. Thank you,
I
everyone.
have to tell, I think whatever you have seen on the slides, the pictures, most of the pictures are drawn by Samira.
Oh no, that's not true. I did do maybe like a little bit of editing, but this time I couldn't take the time and draw all those pictures. I'm not that good. But I did Aditi and I did both put in our efforts to make that slide. So
Yes, I think
Very, very
everything,
nice.
the most of the things are done by her only because the editing when I saw in the morning, it was so good, and at the night it was nothing. Like in the morning, which I saw the PPT, it was a drastic change, and I loved it. It was very creative.
thank you so much.
And I really need to thank the both of you. I am a big fan of wisdom, right? I mean, intelligence has its own place in the world, but wisdom always wins. And the greatest wisdom nugget that I'm taking away from the both of you is that Samira, you have inspired Aditi and given her a great perspective about waiting for the right things and waiting for the good things to happen. You know, that's a great takeaway. And I think the both of you also, the kind of efforts you put in, the coordination and the humility, you know, you are Aditi is giving the due credit, Samira is taking only the due credit, and she is very clear that, you know, she doesn't want credit for what she has not done. Amazing. I mean, these are the basis of great character building. Amazing. I'm so happy to witness this.
Thank you so much,
Super.
Auntie.
Super.